I'm trying to plan something for July 4th too that would be earlier. So we might try this again July 4th, but earlier. And it would be a different, it would be a shorter route.
That's the issue about trying to do it worldwide.
Well, yeah, on the actual day of the real thing. You know, it's, I mean, if it would, yeah, if we did it a day earlier at an earlier time, but then it's not kind of, I don't know. I wanted to do these on the actual day events.
Yep.
But it just adds more to it.
Yep.
More realism to it, I guess.
Well, it's an option.
Yeah. It looks straight,
yeah. Whatever straight is.
So hard to tell unless you watch it in post.
It looks relatively flat. But is the truck perfectly level?
Or the road, yeah.
Probably not. Is the street light perfectly level across our maybe?
I don't know there.
You know,
it's so hard to tell, and even if you
the roof on Runnings looks like it's level, but
yeah, it's weird. I try to get it to where it's level, and it's on 45-degree level thing, and it's horizontal lock, but sometimes it's not exactly what it should be, and I don't know why.
Yeah, we sure do need moisture. So.
Yeah. Well, we're definitely getting over a week of it now.
It's linking to the watch. It's raining. Yeah, I got it.
No, really?
Truck's back in town. Yeah, I got that.
Never understood that. Well, you could go in there and turn off certain notifications.
It's okay. It's okay. It's working. It won't get crazy.
I'm finding more and more of how to do that on my phone. Turning off stuff I didn't know even existed.
Well, and you may or may not want.
Well, that too.
I don't need a Fox update on my watch.
I don't want to Fox update on anything. Because, you know, every Fox News is a Fox News alert. Or every story is now breaking news. What happens when we get real breaking news? We know that.
Fine, breaking news.
Everything's breaking news.
That's where you're at.
Paris Hilton dropped her purse. That's a breaking news story.
I could care less.
I know. guys, update. My truck did not have an axle issue. It was just stuck brakes. I know, I'm just as surprised as everybody else.
And
Relieved. I thought it was going to be a $4,000 repair. Thankfully it wasn't. So we were in the truck now driving. Because Monday we tried to back out the driveway, we backed out about 2 feet, and it felt like we almost hit something, but we didn't. And we tried a couple times going forward, backwards, and it was still locked up. So after repeated tries of doing it yesterday, it finally worked, and the brakes unreleased. So happy about that. It was going to snow last night. It got so cold. Watching the radar, it showed mix.
Yep.
And a couple areas of small blue patches on radar. I was like,
why anything freezing?
That was getting cold almost.
Start killing plants.
I don't know how cold. Weather station's on right now.
Yeah.
But apparently it was getting pretty cold up in the clouds.
It said the ground is warming up.
Well, yeah, obviously anything that fell ice or snow would instantly melt. But I'll just tell you how cold. Oh, that was
What do I smell? Somebody's exhaust.
diesel, maybe.
Something
That
stinks.
smells like diesel.
It ain't us.
Oh, there's KFC. Chicken.
I don't know. It's a smell of something.
That's
We do have
diesel.
overcast, so that's probably some things. And they haven't fixed this yet. This is just as big.
Yeah.
They ran over and busted up the cones over there to tell you there's a couple holes.
Yeah.
Farther back.
Well, look, for Spotsville. It's northern.
Turn, I don't know. No, I'm not comfortable with that turn. I'll have to use Jeff for eyes.
Oh, that might not be a great idea.
Well, you're on a better angle than I am, I'll put it to you that way.
Maybe.
But if we turn hard, we can almost see, probably. We're good?
Yeah, we're good.
Hoorah. All kinds of technical geeky jargon today.
Oh, yeah. Too much.
Yeah.
Get your tiki torches out for it.
So I took this one down to the
Yeah.
club site, and if you have trouble with the cam sensor, you can't rev it over about 2,500 RPM, and I had it up to 5,000 RPM, and it was just
Yeah, I
long,
didn't expect
so-
the sensor to be terribly.
yeah.
Of course, we didn't know really what was going on.
Well, I mean, yeah, we'll hopefully that we have fixed all the problems on
Oh, I hope so too.
Durango, and if it's not, it's nothing they did wrong. It's not showing codes. If it doesn't show codes,
Good.
and we've replaced the crank. The next step, if you want to get stupid about it, is then the cam sensor, and there's no indication the cam sensor is messing up. And then the next thing after that would be going into the computer, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do that.
I was trying Time to replace the computer?
No, that's a big.
Can we get an upgrade?
Anyhow, we had to put a new computer in the old Cherokee.
Yeah.
At one point, that was.
To replace the plug points and foods there?
Huh?
How to replace the plugs, points, and foods?
No, they don't do that anymore.
Oh.
And there's not bleaker fluid either.
Yeah.
How green the town is now.
Yeah.
What that bright light is lower than the water
I
tower.
have no idea.
I don't either, but it looks pretty bright to me.
Lay down one of those towers,
Yeah, but
water towers.
it might be the other towers down there on top of, but normally that blinks.
Yeah,
You know.
whatever. It's dark, so
Maybe they were just testing.
maybe it's a
it.
street light somewhere.
Yeah, it could have been. I don't know.
It is kind of dark
Yeah,
places.
yeah.
You never know. As moist as the air is, I was really thirsty for some reason.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, it was last night. It was 99% humidity, and it was 49 in the house.
Yeah.
That's when I turned the furnace back on to try to kick out some of the humidity.
Yeah, I can really tell an air on my knee is really bugging me, which it is.
It's the weather is part of it.
Oh, yeah.
The humidity and the pressure.
Pressure's not too bad. It's kind of stabilizing. But...
Humidity's nuts.
Oh, yeah.
Never forget monsoon season where all it did was rain for about 3 or 4 months. I should look it up and find out how long monsoon season lasts.
Probably 3 months.
I'm thinking 3 months. It sure seemed like it. I was at Denang when monsoon season kicked on. What is it doing? It's raining every day. Yeah, it's raining hard every day. No kidding.
That's what it was in that Forrest Gump. I guess this one day it started raining. It didn't stop for 3 months.
I think that's about right too. And it's not light rain either. It's like
It's all types of different rain.
it's like fire hose of rain.
Yes.
Look at you see the dikes.
Big drops, low drops, sideways.
Yeah,
The rain coming up from the ground.
yeah, pretty much. Yep. Oh, that's the pits, man. That is that. Talk about depressing.
Yeah.
And you know what was even more depressing was that, but it didn't last as long. Foot patrol and a super typhoon.
Yeah.
It's like a class 5 hurricane. That is a hoot, man. I want to tell you how much fun I had doing that twice.
Oh, so you know what a hurricane's like.
I've been in a super typhoon, which is the same as a 5,
Yeah.
and I was on foot patrol, and it was a scary experience. Make sure you got a good pair of boots and a good poncho, and put everything under the poncho and your helmet. Try to keep your gun dry, and your radio dry, and your other gun dry, and all your ammunition dry.
I also said that people would put condoms over the top of the barrel of the gun to keep water out of it.
And then they had, well, I just put mine upside down. That's what I did. under the poncho.
Oh, the enemy didn't have to worry about with the AK-47 because that damn thing fired just anywhere.
Well, not the one we had, but all the rest of them. Probably.
Well, no, I meant AKs.
Yeah.
One's enemy had.
Now,
shoot anything.
if this had been the way it was built by the Romanians, it probably would have worked perfectly.
Oh, ours? Yeah. Well,
since they screwed around with it to meet the new limits, they screwed something up. What the guy said. The doctor who was doing that, they put the extractor just a little bit off.
Yeah.
Not much, he said,
well,
but you'd have to tear the whole gun apart.
Yeah, not worth it.
And refold.
Because we had replaced almost every other thing you could possibly replace, and it didn't really help.
Put the bigger, heavier spring, which made it semi-reliable.
Slightly, yeah.
But it didn't, without it, it didn't work at all.
Well, I don't know. It worked when we first got it, and then you cleaned it.
Well, I sprayed it with WD-40 before we shot it to start with because we didn't have any lubricant on it.
Yeah. But I remember after we shot it, you cleaned it.
Yeah.
And it never worked right after that.
Yeah.
So whatever you did with the cleaning.
I think it was wrong to start with.
Well, it probably was. That is the biggest goat rope thing they've ever done.
What? This thing?
This whole construction.
Well, it'll be nice when they get done with it. But they don't have a choice. They're up against the wall.
Yeah,
it's either that or lose the zoo totally. Yeah. And the zoo will be more compact now.
Yeah,
as you can see.
More weird.
I think it'll probably end up being better.
It'll probably be easier. It won't be. It'll be less. You have to walk around.
You don't have to go over the bridge to see the other half of the zoo. I'll be on this side.
So yeah. Easier for maintenance and stuff and other things.
Well, and
easier for moving animals.
If you're not able to walk all the way across the bridge,
it'll be everything on one side.
You can walk and sit, walk and sit, walk and sit.
Yeah.
And by the time you get done, you will have walked and sat a lot.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're going to move a whole bunch of animals over. A whole bunch of animals that are like the mushawks and things that have a big open area aren't going to have that kind of open area anymore.
Well, the moose, we'll see what they do with it. They got a lot of land to work with.
The muskox had a large amount of land to go over.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to have that much. Yeah, the moose too.
Yep.
They're not going to have a big. Bison.
Bison is the correct answer.
Don't say buffalo.
Are they closed today? It looks like they're closed today. They shouldn't be. But it looks like they are. I don't think they are. Maybe they just went to lunch.
Bunch of vehicle over there.
Yep. And there we are. Okay.
The lady or the guy say.
I told them both what was going on. They said, "Okay, it's fine. Yep, they're fine." And he asked, "Your Durango had any problems?" I said, "No, but it hasn't been warm out. But if it's a problem."
Yeah, can't bring it back.
As long as it starts, I don't care, but if it quit starting, it'll be stranded. That's why I wanted to chase that as hard as possible. But it's always when I'm turning right.
Well, we're going to be turning right, so.
Yeah. Now I'm going to drive a little bit off the route, back on the route, because it's easier. Probably not such a bad deal in the truck, but in other vehicles, when you go over the railroad tracks one way, it shakes the snot out of them. So if you go down one more block or two and then take a left, then you come across the railroad tracks. It's not doing this thing.
Yeah.
And I think they'll probably have to take this building out when they build the dikes down here.
I don't know.
Because
that's a lot.
It's awful close to the dike.
Yeah,
but maybe
I don't know.
I think that house is going away.
I don't know. Maybe.
All these have been pulled back.
Maybe there's no. Doesn't look like anything. Trailers that can move.
Yeah.
They're already for sale in here.
Yeah. I think they've been seized.
Well, that might be too.
Yeah.
Keep out.
Because when you go over there, man, it just shakes the snot out of your truck.
Well, of course it does.
Although the truck probably wouldn't care.
Probably not.
Let's try that.
Just go across it slowly. I'm at the floor.
When I came down here, I went down there by that truck down there, and that's when it died when I was turning right. See what I mean?
Yeah,
I usually don't go that way. I usually go down.
I think there was a train back there too.
Probably. Usually I go farther down and turn up.
Yeah.
That's why I don't. And it's in the Pilot. It's not a pleasant experience.
That's a lot closer to the ground.
Yep. But better than a lot of cars.
Oh yeah.
It sits higher than they do. Otherwise, you're
I wonder what Jen's new rental thing would take to that.
I don't know.
I like it more.
Just got to make it till Friday. We'll sort
is that on a new Jeep or is that a?
Huh?
Is that thing she got a Jeep?
It's a Mazda. I thought it was a Toyota at first. I found out it was a Mazda. I went, well, something I would not buy. Okay.
Normally wouldn't say Mazdas, but you know,
I guess
Mazdas now probably a lot newer and a lot less problems.
I don't know. Anyhow, that's what she's driving now.
I thought it was a Jeep because it kind of looked like her Jeep only.
It's smaller, she said.
Smaller, really, because it looks about the same.
Well, I thought so too, but maybe from the angle.
Oh, maybe the interior.
Yeah, well,
with all that computer stuff and all that new safety standard stuff, it is probably smaller.
It's hard to understand at first.
Yeah.
Learning just to change the turn the radio on.
How long did she have that?
Got it.
Well, she keeps it for like a week or two, right?
Tuesday we returned it. See, we got it Tuesday. We got it back. So that was yesterday.
Okay.
We got the Durango back. And
no, man, her car.
Her car went in Tuesday.
Yeah, it was probably be there a week or so.
Till Friday.
Oh, okay. Well, at least they gave her something to drive with.
Yeah, we'll see how much
That's her insurance paying for that. Right?
Yeah. Well, she's paying for part of it too, because they're not paying for all of it. But anyhow.
At least they got her car. So.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But at that one point, we were getting a little thin on vehicles. So,
yeah, we were down to
three of them in the shop at the same time.
Yeah, we were down to just one working one.
Yeah, that was getting a little thin. Yeah. I actually like driving this way, except going over the railroad track.
Yeah.
I'd prefer to take that other one, but I wanted you to enjoy the fall.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're not going to fix it anytime soon, so. Because it has to be the railroad that does it.
Yeah, as long as it works for them, it's not a big deal for traffic.
Well, when I came down there, it was all kinds of gravel scattered up. Nope, straight ahead.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Straight.
Yep. I'm beginning to like this route now.
Oh,
except that railroad crossing.
Yeah, well, you can go down. You could
go down by that other school and turn left. I don't know the name of that school, if it's Sunnyside or whatever it is. Not sure.
I don't really care anymore. It's another turn.
Yeah, you just go down.
Sunnyside, McKinley, somebody.
It's a whole lot easier on the cars and trucks.
Oh yeah.
So the railroad is not all the crossing there is not all chewed up like the other one is.
Yeah.
This is interesting. You avoid a lot of traffic this way.
Yeah.
And a bunch of traffic lights. It's fairly fast.
Avoid the roundabout too.
Well, the roundabout I'm getting used to.
Well, nobody drives the way it's supposed to go anyhow. So.
Well, I pull up and hope there's nobody coming through.
Yeah, well, that helps too.
But this valley they're keeping
those little dams there.
Yeah. This is kind of a pretty big green area they got there. Look at all the turkeys.
Going to their house.
Look at over. Did you look at the turkeys over there?
Oh yeah.
Is that something from church then?
It used to be somebody who was at church.
Okay.
Long time ago, probably in the early 90s.
Okay.
They had a nice barbecue pit thing behind there, and we went out there a couple of times for different activities.
Kind of like when we used to go out to Huey's, out to their barn.
Kind of.
Long time ago.
The Ranger program did their thing out there. Okay. Went out there a couple times.
Yep.
At night and did. I think we learned how to make fires and other things out there. Among other things we did out there.
Yep.
So you just put it 4-wheel drive, just lunge it.
Well, you could go over that without 4-wheel drive. Not that big.
Being wet like this, maybe not.
It might dig in a little bit.
Yeah, put some ramps on each side, just lunge it. I stepped off the driveway off to avoid that puddle yesterday, and as I came down, I was like,
I enjoyed that.
Foot didn't really enjoy that much. I was like,
yeah,
a little bit of pain. Like, that's new. It's a nice school that they have here. It's a nice elementary school here.
Well, it's fairly new. It's only a couple years old.
Yeah, I know
so
it is.
It was needed on the south end. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you were still a little pooper, you would be going to that one or Edison. I don't know.
Probably still Edison. I don't think we're going this one.
Edison was a good school.
It is. They've made a lot of improvements to it. Well, parts of it.
Yeah, it's.
I don't know about the main school part of it, but
it all looks like it's all new and been redone.
Jim Hill
pretty
is just,
nicely.
I don't know. Jim Hill looks.
It's kind of
It
a
looks
hodgepodge.
dumb the way that the little porta things are all stacked, and then they have fences around that. It's like,
well, I don't know how.
I remember they had the one porterhouses they walked out to, and I had to go in one of them once because they were taking a field trip somewhere. Our class was taking a field trip somewhere someday, and I don't know, for some reason I was not allowed to go for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't think I was in trouble. No, it was like me and like 3 other people that couldn't go for whatever reason. And we had to go sit in the
You remember what it was a field trip for?
I don't even remember now. It was 7th grade, no, it wasn't 7th grade. It was
6th.
It must have been 6th because it was only part of the day. Because it wouldn't have been 7th or 8th because that's just one class. So it had to be 6th grade those were 6th grade classrooms. So
we were new everywhere. So.
We went. It must have been for one of the classes because I think it was only part of the day. Oh no, I don't. It was all the day. That's right. It was all the day because both the 6th grade classes went.
Okay.
And yeah, that was the only other 6th grade classes I had.
What was for then?
I do not even remember what it was for. But I know when we went out to the portables, all the people who normally were inside hated them.
Oh.
First off is no air conditioning.
Yep.
And for whatever the reason, the teacher in there didn't have a fan either.
Oh, yeah.
And I felt for those kids that had to be there every day in there. And I'm like, oh my God, I was going mad in there. I was like going, and they didn't switch between the half the day. We were inside, we were the classes it was Scary and King. And we switched classes halfway through the day. So you do like your 8:45 to noon. You go to 8:45 to lunch. You'd be in one side of the classroom. And then you'd go to the other classroom after lunch. And you'd be there till 2:45. And then we'd both go back to our original classrooms, and we'd get the last whatever of the announcements of the day, and then we'd leave. They were trying to experiment to get us ready for 7th grade, where you'd be switching classrooms every hour. So they wanted us to switch one side on one part of the day to the other side on the other part of the day. So get us used to changing classrooms.
I don't think it worked that way for us. We just changed.
It ended up. The year that I did 6th grade, it was the first year they'd ever done it.
Yep. Yeah. Well, that was the first time.
I do believe, and I could be wrong on this, I do believe that they continued doing that, and I think they might have switched it up to more 6th grade classrooms throughout the day. It was like 2 hours in one 6th grade classroom, 2 hours in another 6th grade classroom, and then to break it up even more. I believe that's what they did. I could be totally wrong, but I believe that's what they did. Or they at least tried that once.
Wasn't that the first year they had 6th grade at Jim Hill?
No, it was the second year they'd done it. Second year, yeah. Because when I was in 5th grade at Edison, they had just removed the 6th grade class out of Edison. So the 5th grade kids were the rulers of the school that year.
Yeah.
That was interesting. It was weird. It was like we came into 5th grade and they're going, oh yeah, they moved the 6th grade out. I'm like,
well, when I went, Chesterton Elementary, and I think we had kindergarten through 6.
So because they had moved the 6th grade class out, they had all the 6th grade classrooms sitting empty with storage in them. So nobody really knew what to do with the classroom.
Oh, sure.
That first year, so yeah, it was a bit more storage. So I had a couple of classrooms just sitting empty. That didn't last very long. I think by the next year they had to fill those classrooms, but it allowed us to do more stuff because there was more room in the school.
Yeah. Well, didn't they make one of them a computer lab or something like that?
That happened. That happened in our 4th grade year.
Okay.
They moved my 2nd grade teacher, or person who'd been my 2nd grade teacher, and took her computer room